Good morning, students, teachers, and other my fellow dignitaries. Today's topic of discussion is living world, and today I will be teaching the topic living world. What is living and characteristics of living? Living. Living conventionally or distinctively can be defined as a characteristics being exhibited by living organisms, showing characteristics or salient features like growth, reproduction, sensibility, sense to an environment, mounting a suitable response coming to our mind immediately as a unique features of living organisms. There are some other features that contributes to characteristics of living organisms are metabolism, self-replication, reproduction, self-organization, interaction with the environment, and emergence and other emergence which are added to the list. The characteristics of living world are growth, reproduction, nutrition, metabolism, excretion, cellular organization, and consciousness. Let us analyze or discuss each characteristics one by one. Growth. All living organisms grow. Increase in mass and increase in number of individuals are twin characteristics of growth. A multicellular and unicellular organisms grows by cell division. In plants, this growth by cell division occurs continuously throughout their lifespan, whereas in animals, the growth is only up to a certain age. Growth, therefore, can be taken as a defining property of living organism, under which it can be observed in all living organisms, and can therefore we can understand the characteristics of living systems. Non-living items also grow. For example, mountains, boulders, sands, mounds, they also grow. But the kind of growth exhibited by non-living items is by accumulation of material and not only on the surface, whereas in living organisms, the growth is from inside. Dead organisms cannot grow. Our second slide will understand the characteristics of reproduction, which is another important feature of living body or living organisms. Reproduction likewise is the characteristics of living organism. In multicellular organisms, reproduction refers to the production of a progeny possessing features more or less similar to those of parents. Types of reproduction being observed in living organisms can be sexual or asexual. Fungi multiply and spread easily to millions of asexual spores by forming asexual spores, whereas yeast, hydra, we have observed they are growing through or reproducing through budding. We have also observed two regeneration, fragmentation as another type or mode of reproduction being observed by various organisms. Fungi, filamentous algae, protonema, mosses, etc. They multiply by fragmentation. Unicellular organisms like bacteria, amoeba, algae, they are also reproducing in synonymously with growth, that is, with the increase in number of cells. Non-living objects cannot grow, they cannot reproduce. Neither they can self-replicate. Our third slide is on nutrition. The process of having a food or feeding a food inside is known as nutrition. This process is called as nutrition. The mode of nutrition differs from organism to organism. In case of plants, they are autotrophic because they can synthesize their own food with the help of light energy. This process is called as photosynthesis. In case of animals, they cannot produce their own food and therefore they have to depend on other organisms or other plant body for food. They are called as heterotrophic in nature. In case of some fungi and lichens, they are saprophytic in nature, that is, they depend on dead and decaying organisms for their food. Some organisms they host cell body and feed on blood, like viruses. This mode is called as parasitic. Some are holozoic in nature. In nature, for example, in case of amoeba, and in case of some plants. In some eukaryotic organisms like human beings, they or mammals, they actually feed through the digestive system, and this process is called as ingestion. In some cases, like algae and plants, absorption is also a kind of nutrition, a mode of nutrition being observed in algae and plants. Metabolism. Another characteristics of life is metabolism. All living organisms are made up of chemicals. These chemicals are either small, big, belonging to the various classes, sizes, functions, etc. And therefore, it is being made and changed into several other biomolecules, and therefore the chemical reactions and the series of chemical reactions that occurs in a body is called as metabolic reactions. All plants, animals, fungi, and mosses, they exhibit metabolism. The sum total of all the chemical reactions that occurs in a body is metabolism. Metabolism is a defining feature of all living organisms without exception. Isolated metabolic reactions in vitro are not living things but surely living things. Excretion, the elimination of metabolic waste products from the animal body to regulate the composition of body fluid and tissue is called as excretion. These waste products include ammonia, uric acid, urea, carbon dioxide, and ions like chlorine, phosphate, sulfate, etc. The process of releasing ammonia as a toxic and uric acid is called as ammonitolism, observed in various organisms like bony fishes, aquatic amphibians, insects, etc. In some cases, the nitrogenous waste are released in the form of uracilic, that is, in the form of uric acid. Such organisms are called as uricotilic, and therefore it can be observed in reptiles, birds, snails, etc. Here I have underlined some animals along with the excretory organs, platforms, some cephalopods, Cotonephridia or flame cells are the excretory organs. Earthworms and annelids, they have nephridia as the excretory organs. Insects, including cockroaches, they have got Malpighian tubules as the excretory organs. Mammals have got kidney as their excretory organs. After excretion, we will understand cellular organization. Cellular organization of the body is the defining feature of life forms. Structural and skeletal organization of the living body contributes to cellular organization of the cell. Cellular organizations are also sometimes deals with the morphological characteristics of the living body. For example, Streptococcus and bacteria and rod-shaped bacteria, bacterial cell wall, cell membrane, streamlined and serrated fishes are sometimes observed in living body, and therefore these are the kind of cellular organizations we observe in certain organisms. After cellular organization, last but not the least is the consciousness, which defines the characteristic feature of the living body. For example, in case of consciousness, living body can sense a stimulation, and the most all organisms from the prokaryotes to eukaryotes can sense response to the environmental clauses. Photoperiod affects reproduction in a sessional breeding. Example like breathing of fresh air and inhalation observed in some human beings. Just a minute. Sessional breeders, both plants and animals, all organisms handle chemicals entering their bodies. All organisms therefore are aware of their surroundings. Human being is also an organism who is aware of himself. So self-consciousness is also a kind of is a defining property of living organisms. Examples: breathing of fresh air, inhalation observed in human beings. In this way, consciousness is also another important characteristic of living being.